Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to Vampire Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, we had an ongoing war, but thankfully there were some recoveries from some of the illnesses that we've been having and upset stomachs we've been having in the clan, and all our Mistwalkers were pretty much in a good mood. We also had a ton of mixed feelings in the last episode in regards to the war, in regards to Grandmaster Shivering Star, and to each other. We saw some very unexpected one-sided romances blooming with the cats, and our youngsters also became 1 moon old, so we got to take a closer look at them. And this episode is starting off on a very dramatic note. So we are now in Moon 40, it is still Greenleaf. Let us check out the leaders then. Okay, we still have neutrality with Gosma Clan and hostilities with the other two. Events. Any attempts at peace only seem to make the whole war situation between Vampire Clan and Day Clan worse. And then our drama that we are starting off with for the moon. While patrolling the Day Clan borders, Grandmaster Shivering Star stepped on a concealed pit trap set by what seemed to be Day Clan warriors, the vampire hunters. Grandmaster Shivering Star freezes with shock as he plunges into the depths of the trap. The other cats on the patrol flank him as he limps back to camp. So I find it slightly hilarious that we were talking in the last episode about when this cat is going to die, and this did not kill him. He has evaded death once more, but still he fell into a pit trap, which I'm sure was very dangerous. The war with Day Clan is beginning to disrupt the lives of Vampire Clan, forcing them to adapt to new routines and living situations in order to better defend themselves. So how's everyone going? Yeah, Shivering Star, I think, is now injured from that, so he's down. Lightsong is obviously still recovering from her birth. Let's check out the medicine cat den. He's got a mangled leg now. I think cats can die from a mangled leg, or they might get like a permanent effect where they have a weak leg. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen with Shivering Star. But, And the thing is, because he is so old at this point, it is possible that every time he gets injured and the injury is serious, he could lose all his lives with that injury. But I don't know. In a lot of ways though, it is fitting that as a vampire, Shivering Star is living so long, almost as though he's an immortal, you know? It is kind of fitting. Lightsong was given ragwort as treatment for recovering from birth. Hazelpelt gathered cobwebs and wild garlic this moon. Now let's take a look at our relationships. Blue Jay and Grandmaster Shivering Star work together to make sense of something a clanmate said. Blue Jay and Fawnpaw spend the morning telling interesting stories. Master Burnleaf just told Wolfkit a hilarious joke. Master Burnleaf and Ibispaw roll up moss balls together. Master Burnleaf brings Twilight Fade herbs from the medicine den for a headache. Owlfeather gave Twilight Fade a gift that doesn't make sense. Grandmaster Shivering Star shared an embarrassing story about Quiet Flight he was asked not to share. Grandmaster Shivering Star started a huge argument between Quiet Flight and Twilight Fade. Oh my goodness. I know before we were saying that Quiet Flight and Lightsong have a bit of a rivalry, and we were wondering how Quiet Flight is going to perceive this new pairing between Twilight Fade and Lightsong. Maybe she would feel as though she's losing her mentor to her rival in a lot of ways, because now her mentor has a deeper relationship with Lightsong than he had beforehand. But it kind of felt as though Quiet Flight, maybe because she was focusing more on her kittens and being attentive to them, wasn't that bothered by Twilight Fade and Lightsong being happy with one another. But then again, we've also seen that her and Hazelpelt have been becoming a little bit more occupied with other parts of their life than each other. And I'm wondering if Shivering Star, maybe noticing some of the dissent that has been starting with the other cats, like Lightsong. Lightsong started hating Shivering Star in the last episode, and maybe he's gotten an inkling of that. Maybe he's deliberately causing a fight between Quiet Flight and Twilight Fade regarding the jealousy that Quiet Flight and Lightsong have towards one another. Maybe he's using that as a way to kind of keep these three cats under control. But yeah, I think maybe some of the insecurities that Quiet Flight has, some of these feelings of maybe being left behind or ignored. I think Shivering Star's taking advantage of that and causing drama between the two of them. Ay. Grandmaster Shivering Star stops and thinks before assuming the worst of Blue Jay. Lightsong talks to one of Master Burnleaf's friends and begins to understand why others like him. Lightsong got a bunch of cats up for morning stretches. They weren't happy with it. Lightsong settles near Wolf Kid to eat her fresh kill, so some mother-daughter bonding time. Twilight Fade hit Quiet Flight. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hit Quiet Flight on the face with his tail while passing by. For a second, I was like, hit her on the face? No, with his tail. It was accidental, guys. And no doubt that didn't help the argument they just had. I don't think that would have been intentional from Twilight Fade's end, but I think Quiet Flight might have perceived it that way. Quiet Flight notices that her favorite son, who she went on patrol with last time, Pinepaw, is fixing a damaged part of the camp without being asked, so obviously her opinion of him is going to be even better. Hazelpelt and Wolfkit work together to lead a scary bug out of the camp. Hazelpelt and Owlfeather say goodbye but end up walking in the same direction. Owlfeather is grateful for something Sunnytail did. And Hazelpelt and Owlfeather, we have some father-daughter time over here, but I don't know why, and I don't like how they are maybe not getting along. Wait, no. I'm thinking of the wrong cat. My goodness. I'm thinking of the wrong cat. I'm mixing up the cats. Owlfeather and Hazelpelt are not daughter and father. Owlfeather is flippin' Burnleaf's child. My goodness. Owlfeather and Sunnytail are Burnleaf's children and Blue Jay's children. I'm mixing up Hazelpelt and Owlfeather with Hazelpelt and Ibispaw. My bad. Owlfeather is grateful for something Sunnytail, her brother, did, so it's good that they're getting along well more now that they don't have Fire Ivy with them because they're kind of forced to be with each other, siblings. When Sunnytail gets hurt, Blue Jay is the first to ask if he's okay. Oh, that's so sweet. That is actually really, really sweet of Blue Jay. That is really sweet, Blue Jay. Sunnytail, Blue Jay, and Owlfeather took a sun bath and had a little small talk. Oh my goodness, I love this. So Blue Jay's spending time with both her kids, even though Owlfeather is her favorite child, but she's spending time with both of them. Pinepaw notices that Quiet Flight is fixing a damaged part of camp without being asked. And I love that Pinepaw also has a better opinion of his mother, who we went on patrol with. They were both doing kind of the same thing, behaving like each other, learning from each other. Ibispaw is surprised when Sunnytail compliments her. This is really, really cute because in the last episode, Quiet Flight and Sunnytail, they swapped fledglings and Sunnytail was actually supervising Ibispaw. And Ibispaw did better under Sunnytail. And then that's kind of, I think, validated here because now Ibispaw feels more encouraged by the compliment he's giving her. Fawnpaw can't decide or can't understand why clanmates like Ibispaw so much. Fawnpaw, I have noticed that you irritate your sister. You have this rivalry with your sister. I don't know what's going on with you. You don't act this way towards your older brother. You only do this to your sister. Wolfkid spent a long time talking with Bloomkid and was impressed by Bloomkid's insight. Meanwhile, we have two sisters who are getting along so well over here. And then Bloomkid is really surprised that Hazelpelt's life isn't as easy as she thought it was. Okay, so that's all we have for events. Let's go ahead and continue with the cat list. Let us continue with our cat list. First up, we have loyalties, where nothing at all has changed. Everything is still the same. In terms of relationships, I didn't notice anything too big or different for us to go over. And we obviously don't have any whispering that needs to be done, so let's just go ahead and see what everyone's doing for the day. Grandmaster Shivering Star is thinking about his life choices, given that he is now injured with a mangled leg. And this cat is like 184 moons old, guys. And he has all 9 of his lives. He hasn't even lost a single life. For how troublesome he is, he has been a very, very lucky Grandmaster, like a very lucky vampire. Master Burnleaf feels intrigued by recent challenge and is strategizing solutions. I wonder if Burnleaf is maybe working together with the Grandmaster to figure out how the vampire hunters created that pit trap, how the vampires fell into that pit trap, and how they can look out for such things in the future and overcome it. Hazelpelt is wondering what the inside of a 2-legged den looks like. Twilight Fade is causing problems. Twilight Fade. Twilight Fade. I wonder if Twilight Fade, I don't think he'd intentionally like get into a fight with Quiet Flight. They've had a really good relationship this whole time as mentor and former fledgling, but I think Twilight Fade, who has become like more, you can't deny that his relationship with Lightsong has changed him and has made him maybe more attentive to her and less mentor-like and more, romantic and such. I think that now that Shivering Star has caused a fight between Twilight Fade and Quiet Flight, maybe Fade wouldn't be as agreeable as he used to be in the past because it involves Lightsong, and I feel like he would be kind of defensive of Lightsong instead of thinking about both his former fledglings, because one of his former fledglings is, the mate that he's in love with and the mother of his children. So yeah, I could kind of see how something that started by someone else would flare into something else, probably because Twilight Fade feels the need to not apologize when it comes to defending Lightsong, and him defending Lightsong further proves to Quiet Flight that she has been kind of left behind and, given the cold shoulder. Blue Jay has Pinepaw very engaged in a very, very tall tale. Quiet Flight purrs as a cool breeze hits her. Lightsong has recently given a wonderful speech to fellow clanmates, boosting morale. Sunnytail is thinking about a strange two-legged object he saw recently. Owlfeather is having a hard day. Oh, I wonder why. Pinepaw is looking forward to the next gathering. Actually, Owlfeather, Sunnytail, and Blue Jay were spending time with each other talking, and I wonder if... And Owlfeather was also spending time with her brother, and I wonder if that made her think of Fire Ivy. And now she's sad because she's kind of wishing that Fire Ivy was with them, then they would have truly felt like a family. Pinepaw is looking forward to the next gathering. Fawnpaw is debating on which prey to take from the fresh kill pile. Irispaw enjoys the warmth of Greenleaf. Wolfkid is watching Sunnytail work. And Bloomkid is curious about the vampire hunters. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at how the Apprentices are going to see if there's been a change in our rankings. No, there has not been. Pinepaw has 34 experience, Fawnpaw has 25, and Irispaw has 18. Oh my goodness, I don't know how anyone's going to be able to catch up with Pinepaw. Like, he is so far ahead. But also, I think it's very admirable that for Pinepaw and Fawnpaw, like, they've been so consistent with their results, because now they're like halfway, they're into the second half of their training, actually. Yeah. So now they're going into the second half of their training. It's very, very cool to see that they're managing to maintain this, because even in the past, there have been incidents where it fluctuates. Like every moon, the rankings are changing and who's on top is changing. And it becomes very unpredictable. But this is very cool. Okay, well, now that we have wrapped this up, why don't we continue with our patrols? Let's resume with our patrols. Okay, so we currently have 141.8 prey. We need 30.5. So there is no way we need to be concerned about food. We had like really good hauls in the last episode. So Hazelpelt will send our Nightstalker out to see what he can get. Hazelpelt notices that the moss in the medicine cat den is getting old. He needs to go and gather some more. Proceed. Hazelpelt quickly makes his way to the best moss patch he knows. He spends a bit of time slicing bits off with his claws, careful not to get any roots or dirt in the pile. Once he's satisfied, he takes a moment to wrap his jaws around the heap, then make his way back to camp. So moss was gathered. Then we're going to have a patrol of 6 and a patrol of 2. So I think if the youngsters, the only way the youngsters might be able to get a leg up on their brother is if they get sent on one of the smaller patrols and get a bit more experience. But so far, Pinepaw has been very lucky. So let's see what the distributions are going to be this time around. Okay, no luck. No luck, I think, for the youngsters, the younger siblings. So we have... let's see, Quiet Flight, who is sticking very close to Irispaw. We also have Burnleaf, who's sticking very close to his apprentice Fawnpaw. Sunnytail has decided to let Pinepaw be supervised by, I think, both mentors. So he's going to have some supervision from his mother Quietfly. He's also going to have some supervision from Master Burnleaf. So we'll see how that goes. And then we have Owlfeather over here. Meanwhile, Sunnytail has volunteered to go on patrol with his mother Bluejay. So that's kind of nice. But let's send our bigger patrol out and see what they get up to. The patrol comes across a large rat. Proceed. The patrol catches the rat. More fresh kill. A medium amount of prey is brought to camp. Okay, so that was pretty straightforward. We now have 188.8 food, which is a ton. And Sunnytail is going to go out on patrol with his mother, so let's see what they get up to. Bluejay and Sunnytail twine around each other in camp, chirping excitedly with the anticipation of getting to go out training together. It's been forever since they've been able to hang out. Oh, look at that. I love this. Proceed. Like birds into flight, the two cats leap into training, bounding in joyful synchronicity. I know what this word is. I just have trouble pronouncing it. The strength of their friendship lending itself to a fantastic risks and complete trust. Their play battle is as much game as exercise, and they whirl round and round in wild abandon until they both lie exhausted and content. Their purrs mingle quietly as they share tongues, exchanging secrets and dreams. This is so heartwarming for Sunnytail because of the fact that he's been an invisible child in his family since he was a kitten. So I do like that he is now getting some time to spend with his mother. And actually, I feel like the youngster, like within this family, Burnleaf was very involved when they were young, but I feel like after they've become adults, Bluejay has been the one more attentive to her children than Burnleaf. Which is kind of wild, isn't it? It's kind of strange. But I wonder if losing Fire Ivy hit him that much that he can't really spend too much time with his children without remembering her. So he kind of prefers to, be taken up with his fledglings and focusing more on them. But okay, that is what we managed to get done today. But I'm going to wrap up over here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.